How would you like to be 100% guaranteed that every single dollar inside your lifetime retirement portfolio is completely protected against loss, not having to ever worry about revisiting the same pain caused by the market in the fair likelihood that the next market downturn is upon us, as history often repeats itself? I call this predictable portfolio because it's as exact as a simple-to-use GPS where you just punch in the picture-perfect retirement goals that you need present in your investments, and we lead you step by step on how to make your savings portfolio work for you through any market condition and check off each important thing every single time. Shouldn't every retirement plan be this predictable? Now, while that must sound completely obvious, the number of people that can honestly say that they are totally comfortable with their plan of action for retirement is extremely small. The truth is, most baby boomers still feel pain at the first thought of the last 20 years when it comes to their finances, having little to absolutely no idea how they're going to prepare for the next market downturn. This is the reality of fear that folks who are accumulating wealth in the final critical stage of their lives face day after day after day. Each year, the most common types of retirement vehicles like to roller coaster due to market volatility, resulting from looming credit bubbles, new tax laws, and our media, an industry quickly proven to be their own roller coaster ride. All of these conditional things, very much out of our control as citizens, can expose our personal savings to the cold unknown. And with some luck, maybe the market goes on an incredible bull run. For example, the 300% increase in the market we just saw since 2009, which is now completely stretched to the limit. Hopefully, its steady gain has added value to your portfolio because you haven't had to do a thing. Luckily, the market has done all of the work for you. And hopefully a major fall wouldn't affect your retirement too much, but who really knows? It happened in 2001, in 2002, and most recently in 2008 and 2009. Only those saving for retirement with a predictable portfolio, meaning those that have control over the conditional factors inside of their savings vehicle, can sleep like a baby at night, knowing that their money is not going anywhere, and it's completely secured. Hi, my name is Anthony Roden, and in the next few minutes, I'm going to share with you exactly how I and all of my market specialists install a predictable system that consistently continues to generate 100% guaranteed protection against any loss of savings, while still providing you the option to take advantage in market gains, all inside your lifetime retirement portfolio. Now, this is something that we have done for thousands of people, and especially baby boomers, day after day after day for years now. And you can do exactly the same. I'm also going to share with you the two most common types of people in our country who have hurt the most and who will continue to hurt the most in the event of a market downturn. The one thing, a very major thing, that should be very closely monitored, but with a simple strategy put into action, should not be feared whatsoever. And the simple, proven, four-step system that should be implemented inside of every savings portfolio, and how you can start putting this to work for your retirement plan today. These are the same exact strategies that I used to go from helplessly witnessing my own father lose 62% of his lifetime savings mismanaged inside of a sleeping retirement vehicle through a market downturn in only 3 years' time, to turning his new nest egg completely around before the next downturn hit in 2008, while making him back the savings he lost within just 3 short years after the market upswing in 2010. Unbelievable? 10, 20, even 30 of my father's close friends and coworkers started to come to me after I used this temporary shortfall as a case study to prove that protection during a downturn can provide all the freedom in the world to reap the benefits of a swift market gain when that line turns green. After showing about 10 dozen people all within 1 year what I had done, I thought, I wonder if I can use my own father's perseverance to show others how to not only do the same, but to avoid the darkness that I witnessed when he went through a period of deep stress from 2001 to 2003. And furthermore, just the shame that I witnessed firsthand in the years that followed due to that ripple effect. It may not be a man's primary job, but unsurprisingly, I found that so many men that call themselves a family man want to protect and secure the future of the loved ones closest to them. The question is, can every man out there honestly say that they have put enough thought into avoiding this exact situation? After hearing so many responses as no, I decided to make it my life mission and now wildly successful happy career to change as many answers as I could to yes. I have put the thought in, the effort, and now the work as I work with so many to change that answer to yes. I thought, wow, I'm definitely onto something here. So then I showed my mentor the same exact method I was using with hundreds of people. Again, the same little known but highly effective strategy that I had worked every time with total satisfaction for everyone. I quickly became enlightened and started to believe that I should seek out the finest team of market specialists that can widen my vision and help the masses. So what happened with the idea? Now understand, this was a vision that evolved from a personal circumstance with no intent on being a life mission, but now has come to full fruition, and we've helped over 5,000 people. So let's back up quick to where it all started. Do you remember how I told you my father lost 62% of his lifetime savings? Well, I bet you're wondering how that's even possible. Well, listen closely. He was an upper middle class man in his 31st year as a foreman at a manufacturing plant in rural upstate New York. That's where I grew up. The market downturn in the early 2000s really hit small towns hard. Once upon a time, a booming business in a booming city was now a ghost town. After they shut their doors, Dad went to work at a family friend's farm and did not make nearly what he made just 1 year before, as his 401k plan sat dormant within the confines of a sleeping, unmonitored financial holdings account. The market downturn swept 22% out from beneath his retirement stockpile, as it did to millions of Americans who actually still had a great job at the time of that downturn. When he withdrew the suppressed 401k plan almost a year later to the day, he subjected himself to another huge loss, ordinary income taxes plus a 10% early withdrawal penalty, all because he was financially suffocating. And there was just no other way, as he took accountability to protect and secure the well-being of his family. I admire him greatly in all men who see through the eyes of the immediate shame because they know it's the right thing to do. But I observed how my father looked, and I felt how he felt. That's why you're listening to me now. But you see, I still fear for those right now who do not have the most ideal strategy and plan of attack, or those that decided to give up after they already experienced some type of loss during the last two market downturns. While I definitely enjoyed sharing my strategies with others and getting to hear their success stories, these were personal connections of mine and personal connections of others who I had already helped. Now, I've always held onto the desire to capture a wider audience and to help as many people in similar situations who I may not necessarily know now, but I hope to help them too with protection against loss, 100% guaranteed every single time. And now, for the very first time, I want to share it with you. Why now? Two simple reasons. Number one, there are certain types of retirement vehicles out there that we have found negatively trending inside the retirement planning of a few common types of demographics. This planning leaves self-employed and middle-upper class citizens, even middle-class citizens, susceptible to risk, which could totally be avoided. And number two, what many economists and our team here of market specialists call the strongest market downturn we may see ever is quickly approaching. I am quickly and confidently free and willing to divulge everything to as many people that I possibly can. So, especially if you're a baby boomer, self-employed, or an experienced corporate worker past the midway point in your career, looking to install a predictable, smooth ride financially with the intent of no risk and maximum capital gains, then you're definitely in the right place, and you're going to absolutely love what I'm about to share with you. Now, the best thing about your predictable portfolio is that it works for everyone. Literally the best way to protect against loss and participate in market gains right now. Also, it works on absolutely any age demographic, and it's based on results that have been proven over and over and over again. Now, the vast majority of people who I have helped either fall in one of these two categories. The reactive. Folks who have saved for retirement and feel good that they're doing so, but who don't know anything about the technical specs or moving parts that happen inside of their portfolio. These people work way too hard worrying about how little they actually know, which translates to misinformed or half-hearted planning. And then there's the proactive, the very few out there that actually have a plan in place. They know their plan front to back, and they sleep like babies at night because they don't work hard at worrying whatsoever. They have a story, they can tell it forward or backward, and they're sticking to it. What is it that makes some owners behind a retirement portfolio do everything right, sleep easy at night, and build wealth, while others lose more money, accumulate less wealth, and worry more? As a matter of fact, did you know that the Social Security system is broken? So if you're doing your job now, and you think the Social Security will just make up for the taxes and the market losses that you've endured, then think again. Right now, there is a perfect storm of economic and demographic realities brewing that will likely make the next few years some of the most trying times in U.S. economic history. This is today's economic reality. Did you know the stock market has crashed every 9 years on average for the past 100 years? Just take a look at the S&P 500. It clearly shows a market correction on a very predictive interval chart. This index is based on the common stock performance of 500 of the largest world-leading companies, and it serves as the absolute best indicator for business cycles, the tell-all for predicting what happens next in the market. Because we've been on such a strong 300% incline the last 9 years, the incredible bull run is completely stretched to the limit and equities will fall. It is inevitable. Remember, history always has a tendency to repeat itself. But wait, it gets more predictable. When we look at a closer look at common trends from the past, you'll notice not one, not two, but 3 market downturns from our past with identical patterns that formed ahead of the crash. These similarities are striking. So when were those times? The past market downturns that played out identical to the trends that we see right now. The 1987 downturn, the Japanese economic crisis in 1990, but most importantly, the great market crash of 1929. We use a professional term in economics called the trend line to describe the red line you see here. This is a historical representation from the last 9 years on the S&P 500. It shows upward growth, a vertical uproar around the time our new president was elected, but when the advance does not survive the peak, see there at the very top, a slight decline occurs and the rebound starts to countertrend. The trend line is critically broken in a spot where 3 identical looking patterns all broke as well. Now look closer here at the 3 that I already mentioned. Now do you see it? Look closely at all 3. Every single time the trend line is broken, a waterfall decline occurs. Don't be a statistic. Here's how you put the odds in your favor. After talking to now thousands of people saving for retirement, it's become obvious that the proactive retirement savers have 4 things in place. while the reactive retirement savers maybe have one or two of the four in place, but usually neither. You will need all four things in place to protect against a catastrophe like I just showed you. Don't take the chance. If you put these four key things in place, yes, the four-step system that I mentioned earlier, it becomes very simple and predictable to achieve the security, the gains, and the satisfaction all in one predictable portfolio. And this will help you relax every day, sleep well every night, and live comfortably year after year after year until you retire and beyond. So again, what are the four key things? It's extremely simple. The four things are: number one, protecting yourself against loss. Number two, capturing every upside of the market by participating in market gains. Number three, make sure you are utilizing every single tax benefit possibly available to you so that there's no surprises now or later when it comes time to receive disbursements. And number four, disconnect from the myth that a financial advisor who has reactive character traits could possibly help you better than a lifelong market-focused specialist who is niche-based and is an expert when it comes to working under the hood of any retirement-focused vehicle. When you have these four things in perfect alignment, you can crack the portfolio code and literally have some amazing results like every single person I have ever helped. Now again, you have to have the right system to be able to do this and get these results, and you can do it the hard way, which is like going up to the lock and trying to guess the code. But do you know that there are more than 10,000 possible combinations to a 4-digit lock? You can try to crack it yourself, and maybe you get lucky and find a combination that works in a year or two or maybe 3, or like the majority of people saving for retirement that never find it. Or you can do it the simple and easy way and just get the code from me, unlock it, and get the results you're looking for immediately. And that's what I do all day, every day in my own business with my amazing team of specialists and for everyone I help to ensure that they have a predictable portfolio. Okay, so by now you're probably thinking, how can I get a predictable system in my portfolio that guarantees protection against loss, participates in the market gains, aligns with every tax benefit out there right now and definitely for later? And who can I talk to right now to actually get me there? This is perfect for you if you're looking to, number one, never lose a dollar that you saved. Number two, only gain dollars on top of what you have already saved. Number three, lose zero tax money to Uncle Sam. And number four, get the specialized conversation with the person that you've been looking for a long time now. Right now, I'm looking for a few more of my dream cases where I can help someone get these kinds of massive results that I shared with you in their own portfolio. That's why for a limited time, I'd like to work with you in a strategy session. If you meet the criteria below, I only work with 3 types of people. Number one, people who want protection against loss and who are ready to protect themselves against loss now, today, and who will have a proactive portfolio as soon as tomorrow. Number two, people who not only want, but who need to reap the immediate benefits of market gains. We find that 50% of people are not even taking advantage of the easy gains that the market is actually throwing at them because they just aren't positioned correctly. Sadly, because they don't know how to position themselves. We will show you. And number three, people who want to dramatically improve the quality of their lives with a higher caliber plan of predictability while dealing with less headaches and more peaceful sleep at night. So here's how the process works. We'll be focused on a specific and a custom-tailored strategy and execution to help you solve the 2 biggest problems that most retirement savers face. Number one, not having proper system alignment of the 4-step system. And number two, dependability, making sure you have the proper predictable portfolio set up for success so you can live in peace and rest at ease knowing that each key metric is satisfied. Now, the strategy session will be about 30 minutes, and you will be speaking with me personally, and I'll be helping you identify exactly where you are at and helping you put together a strategy to dramatically improve the condition of your savings plan and the peace of your mind without compromising the dollars you have saved so far. So who is this for? This is for people who strive to be proactive, who desire to take things a step further by figuring it out once and for all what the 4-step installation will do for them. This is also for those of you who lose even a minute, maybe even 30 seconds of sleep at the thought of the unknown. And I will always go so far out of my way for people who are willing to admit this, because as I witnessed in my lifetime, this is no way to live. I intend to have an immediate solution in a lifetime relationship with those of you who I can help, because when you get results, I get results. So who is this not for? This is not for people who blame or claim to be a victim of the market based on past losses. There are many people out there who will still be optimistic. We only want these people. This is not for people who are stuck in the information gathering mode, meaning if you are not prepared to get blown away by my simple system in the strategy session, then this is not for you. I'm 100% confident you'll receive more value from this than anything you have done all year. Now, knowing that we are a good fit is crucial because I want to get everyone that I work with the results that they deserve, and I want to work with them for the long term. And to do that, I need to get them the key metrics that I promised inside their portfolio very, very fast. And the truth is that there are some people that I just cannot help. And if that's the case with you, I will be 100% upfront with you and suggest somebody else or maybe an alternative. I am only looking for those who are a good fit and who I am absolutely sure I can help get results for and get them fast. The first step is to complete an application for a private strategy session with me. We need the application to see 2 things. Number 1, to see if I can help you and that I am the best person to help you get these results that you want. And number 2, that you are ready to step up, commit, and take the necessary action, if possible, of course, to generate the predictable results that you desire. Now, once you complete your application, you'll be taken to my calendar, and you'll be able to schedule a time with me to conduct your strategy session. This is where we will really start working together to figure out exactly what you want and how to make it happen in the fastest, most predictable way. And then, at the end of the call, one of 2 things will happen. You'll either be a fit, and I will extend an invitation to personally work with me, or it's not a good fit, and that's totally okay too. And there's no hard feelings or obligation of any kind. Either way, you will receive an insanely valuable strategy session and will walk away with newfound clarity in exactly where you are right now in your retirement journey and what's holding you back from achieving the results that you want. That together with the exact next steps necessary to take action and break through the barriers. It will be guaranteed the most valuable 30 minutes you invest in yourself and for your family this entire year. So go ahead and schedule a time right now, and we will see if we're a good fit for helping you out. I'm already on track to have a few dozen people apply in the first 30 days, so this opportunity is extremely limited because of the intense one-on-one time needed in order to provide you with the results that you want. And as I said before, I will only work with people who I know with absolute certainty that I can generate the same exact results for. Again, I'm only able to work with about 10 people each month right now, and I only have a couple spots left, which I'm looking to fill as fast as possible. So please understand that the window of opportunity won't be available for long. And what I have found is those that can make a decision quickly and confidently are most likely to get results and most likely to bring immediate solvency to their own situation and achieve the immediate results. Results that we will enjoy together for years to come. So go ahead and reserve your spot now and then follow the instructions on the next page.